And welcome back to Holistic Healthline, your direct line to great health. I'm Jane Jansen with Peter Morrill, and we are so pleased to have a special guest. We were talking earlier in the program how this has been last year into this year, the stress levels are at an all-time high. It's, still it seems to be impacting us significantly, and particularly in the aging process. They're finding that all this stress is causing people to age more rapidly. Their health issues are becoming more pronounced. And so we thought it was timely to bring today Hugh Woodward, who is the president of Health2Go, the makers of Twist25 DHEA Cream. Hugh is a subject matter expert on DHEA, dedicating the past 17 years of his life to studying the medical research about it and starting a company to research and develop the safest, most effective DHEA supplement that can be made, and it's called Twist25 DHEA Cream. In 2007, Mr. Woodward started Health2Go Incorporated to research very specifically and developing the leading edge science-based anti-aging and wellness product, again, Twist25 DHEA, and how he knows how important DHEA is as far as the longevity on the health and aging aspect of our bodies. Hi, Hugh. Thanks for coming on at this very timely time.
Hi, Jane. It's always great to be with you. Always.
Hugh, we're beat up with stress during this time, and stress is often controlled or dealt with by the adrenal glands. So our adrenal glands take a beating, and that happens to be where our DHEA is made, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, DHEA, for those who haven't heard of it, many don't even know what DHEA is. DHEA is a naturally occurring prohormone. It's a large carbon chain molecule that we all make, men and women alike. It's short for dehydroepiandrosterone. But it serves as a base. It's made in the adrenal glands, just as cortisol is. And these adrenal hormones then are processed in either the gonads or the dermis, turns out. And the body produces some 50 other hormones from the hormone precursor DHEA. All the androgens and estrogens use it as a precursor. And so, as you know, hormones drive our energy, our mood, our muscle tone, our fat, the quality of our sleep at night, mental sharpness, immune system function, which is super important right now, sex drive, and other behavioral things, as well as, mood and physical health, like our cardiovascular health, our bone strength. So hormones are incredibly important in the happiness of our health, if you will.
I think people don't realize when they think about hormones, they just think estrogen, testosterone. There's, as you said, there's so many different hormones, there's so many different functions.
Yeah, that's right. In the estrogen families, estriol, estradiol, estrone, and there's a group of about 10 or 15 different estrogens when you break them all out. So it's a really amazing science. But the key is to know that we start out from birth making DHEA, and we make more and more of it. It's very special to human beings or upper level primates, not other animals in the world. Produce DHEA, and we produce more and more of it through our youth and into adulthood, and then we begin after age 20 to 25 when we're making our best and we're in our physical prime as humans, mentally and physically. Then after age 25, we begin to make about 2% less per year. So by age 35, this crucial hormone precursor, we're making 20% less than we did when we were at our physical best or in our prime. By age 50, we're making half as much as we did at age 25, and that continues. So by age 60, 70, 80, people are making only 5 or 10% of the DHEA, the ideal DHEA level that they had when they were young adults. So very, very crucial driver of, in fact, it's been said that it's a good measure of aging, of all diseases of aging. So it is a really good indicator of our overall health and our mood and well-being, our sleep. So,
and it's pretty amazing. Again, they found that with the stress factor being added into that, those DHEA levels go even lower than what typically occurs when everything is fine. Everybody's, happy and doing well. And again, low levels of the DHEA have been tied to premature aging, shortened lifespan, but increased, again, risk of cognitive decline, dementia, cardiovascular disease, osteoporosis, depression, inflammatory conditions. And they see that happen, more significantly, again, this year. These conditions are it's wreaking havoc having such low DHEA levels.
Yeah, you're spot on, Jane. That is so correct. And what's interesting is that as we get older, we gradually make less and less DHEA after age 25, as we were saying earlier. But interestingly, as we get older, we gradually make more and more cortisol. So we make less and less DHEA each year, more and more cortisol. Now, cortisol is the stress hormone, the inflammatory response hormone that we secrete when we're under stress. Like you say, under adverse conditions, the body does that as a defensive measure. But chronic stress, which we're experiencing unfortunately right now with the pandemic and all this stuff going on in our lives, jobs up in the air, and the kids got to get to school, and all kinds of different issues. The stress level is high, so our bodies are chronically producing too much cortisol and not enough DHEA. And to really feel our best, we want to have a DHEA to cortisol ratio of about 10 to 1 if you were to measure it with a lab test and look and find out what yours is. To really feel your best and be at your healthiest, a DHEA to cortisol ratio of 10 to 1 is ideal. And unfortunately, when it's not there, we're exposed to a great deal of, as you say, cardiovascular risk. It's been shown that if you keep your DHEA level up, you counterbalance the inflammatory response of the body, and as a result, reduce your risk of cardiovascular disease. Well, it turns out cardiovascular disease is the number one killer in the world, in the USA and the world. So super important for cardiovascular health to keep your DHEA level up. Also for your immune response. And right now, with this COVID going on and, wanting to maintain our immune system strength, you want to keep your DHEA level up, because by keeping your DHEA level up, you increase both the number of and the activity of what are called natural killer cells. And natural killer cells are those gobblers that destroy foreign pathogens, viral or bacterial or cancer cells, mutant cells. And so it's super important right now to keep your DHEA level up for all those reasons, not to mention the others that we can get into that I know even you and Peter have experienced in using Twist25 cream.
When you talk about the cortisol DHEA ratio, just recently saw a study showing that IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, within 30 minutes of people waking up that have irritable bowel, their cortisol DHEA ratio, the cortisol jacked up significantly, their DHEA levels decreased significantly, and it inflamed the bowel so intensely that there again long-term problems with that. So it shows you how important that is. Hugh, we got to take a quick break, and when we get back, so much more to talk about. We'll be back in a moment with Holistic Healthline, your direct line to great health, and our special guest, Hugh Woodward of Health2Go Incorporated, the makers of Twist25 DHEA Cream. We'll be back in a moment.
Now back to Holistic Healthline, your direct line to good health.
And welcome back to Holistic Healthline, your direct line to great health. And again, our special guest, our expert on DHEA, Hugh Woodward, president of Health2Go, the makers of the Twist25 DHEA Cream. Hugh, not only does it help as far as inflammatory conditions like irritable bowel syndrome, it can make a significant improvement for people with those problems, but also for a lot of men and women out there, low levels of DHEA can affect the bone mineral density for osteoporosis.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It occurs. Ideally, cortisol and DHEA are in a balance. Cortisol is released into the system when it's a protective response, as we were saying, and rather than doing this in the right amounts, as we get older, we're making too much cortisol and not enough DHEA, and that leads to both losses of bone density, muscle wasting, thinning of skin, fluid retention, weight gain, increased vulnerability to bacteria, viruses, as we were saying before, with the immune system, and cancer. So you want to keep this balance. When cortisol is up, DHEA levels are down, and vice versa. The two hormones have an inverse relationship in the body, and so DHEA counterbalances the harmful inflammatory effects of too much cortisol. So the ideal ratio, as we were saying, is DHEA to cortisol should be at a ratio of 10 to 1 in the body. But for most people, 45 or older, they have far too much cortisol and not enough DHEA. So what do you do about that? You use a DHEA skin cream called Twist25, which is engineered to actually get into the dermis, where we process and make DHEA naturally anyway, and then it is metabolized into other hormones in the skin, and that is key. When you take DHEA pills, a lot of people take DHEA pills and they go, well, this doesn't really work. I don't feel anything. I don't notice anything from this. This isn't, what is it? This isn't doing me any good. The reason is when you take it as a pill, most of the DHEA is eliminated by what's called the first pass effect of the liver, and it doesn't really, what gets into the bloodstream and increases it slightly is DHEA sulfate. And DHEA sulfate is not a bad thing, but it is not a precursor to the sex hormones like testosterone, estrogen, all of the estrogens. The free DHEA is what you want. And that's what you get when you use it as a cream. And so what you do is you rub this Twist25 DHEA cream onto thin, hairless skin, and it is absorbed gently in your skin over about a 3-hour period. It wears off completely after 10 hours. And so you need to use it once in the morning and once in the evening. And that's the right way to use DHEA and get what you need. And anybody that's 35 or older, male or female, should be using it really on a daily basis.
And I think the big thing you're going to find is the change in vitality. Again, we're in this cycle in our life with dealing with all this that you feel like you're dragged out, like you're in slow motion, you feel beat up. This Twist25 gives you that vitality, that energy back. That's what I find.
Yeah, absolutely. It gives you, you feel it, you notice it, and your sleep quality improves as well. I remember when you started using it, Peter, you called me, you said, "God, I haven't slept well for like 15 years," and I started using the Twist25 Cream. You remember that? Tell your audience
Absolutely.
that. I remember you told me that, and it's so common. It was
the first thing I noticed.
Yeah. It helps your deep REM sleep, and there's medical science that shows why that happens. It helps the deep REM portion of the sleep, which is where you dream, and your body actually produces a lot of other hormones and goes through what's called the dawn phenomenon. And it's late night between, say 2 in the morning and 5 in the morning, when you're really sleeping well, deep, when you don't want to be waking up and kind of scratching your head going, why am I not awake? Why am I awake? Why am I not asleep? But DHEA does help with that, as well as for menopausal women, pre, post, that are experiencing hot flushes, headaches.
Hugh, a lot of people are concerned when you start talking hormones about the cancer aspect. I don't want to go near anything that's hormonal because, I'm concerned about cancer.
Yeah, unfortunately, the NIH studies back in the 90s really scared a lot of people. The key is bioidentical hormone replacement. If you do hormone replacement, you should use bioidentical hormones. And actually, DHEA is, as a pro-hormone, it's been shown to have it reduces risks of all types of cancer, not just hormone-sensitive cancers or any of the, breast cancer, prostate cancer, or ones that people think about and go, oh, God, well, I wouldn't want to, supplement my hormones and then get an increased risk of those hormone-sensitive cancers. No, actually, DHEA is now being used to treat prostate cancer because they've found that when your DHEA level is higher, you're at a reduced risk of cancers. So it's very good news. And the other thing is there are no dangerous side effects to DHEA because since it's a naturally occurring pro-hormone, it's not a foreign substance. So it is not dangerous in any way.
And the Twist25 DHEA cream is a bioidentical form. I know you have a special, right, Hugh, so I want you to get that out before we run out of time.
Yeah, absolutely. If you order online or call us, you can go to twist25.com, and on the checkout page, enter coupon code HOLISTIC in all small case letters, and you'll get an extra 15% off the Twist25 today. And also, if you call us, you can call us at 888-489-4782. And if you're driving, don't try to find a pen and have a wreck. Just remember the number 4, and then spell out, it's 888-4, Twist25, and just spell that out on your phone, and you'll get us. But a really good deal, ask for the 3-pack, because you'll get $15 off when you get 3 bottles of cream, and then do the holistic coupon code on top of that, and you'll get another $20.25 off that. So
cool.
That 3-pack is the way to do it because you're going to see.
I think, you're trying to gently move the body in a direction, and it usually takes about 3 months, doesn't it, Hugh?
It does. You have to stick with it. You need to use it on a regular basis. Use it every day for at least a few weeks to begin to feel all this different good things it's doing for you. But really, after 2-3 months you'll start to really do your body lots of favors, and you'll notice it in many, many different ways.
And we talked about the vitality, the energy and stuff, but also the mental health. Because a lot of people are depressed right now and they just don't have the mental energy. The Twist25 DHEA Cream can be beneficial for that. But again, you're looking about 3 months. Can you give out that special one more time?
Yeah, go to twist25.com, TWIST, the number 2, the number 5.com, and on the checkout page, put in coupon code HOLISTIC, HOLISTIC, and you will get an extra 15% off in addition to quantity discounts. So the best deal is to get a 3-pack or a 12-pack if you use it regularly, and you'll see you get a great price on a great product, and it has no dangerous side effects, so don't worry about that. But it is so important right now with the high stress. We want to keep our immune systems strong and fighting that, the COVID and the stress that goes with it. And as you touched on, Jane, the benefits for mood and staving off depression, or what we call seasonal affective disorder, which is otherwise known as SAD, right, the acronym, just not feeling good, feeling kind of blah, washed out, low energy, low vitality. Twist25 DHEA Cream helps with all those things. So,
and as you said, without the side effects that people concerned about. Unfortunately, got to let you go because we're out of time. But thank you so much, Hugh, and hope to talk with you again.
Always a pleasure. You guys are wonderful. We love your show here.
Appreciate it. And again, if you didn't get that information, call the Tree of Life at 508-336-4242, and we'll gladly give you out that information as to how to order the Twist25 DHEA Cream. That's it.
That's a wrap. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We're here each and every week. You should be too. Go to holistichealthline.com, check out Jane's blog, and we will see you next time.